If 1 is good, 2 is better. That is the mindset you should have when starting PIXELJUNK Shooter 2. This is the first true sequel in the PIXELJUNK series, with Shooter being the most deserving in the series. It was a very unique, challenging, and creative game that was a highlight of the PSN. And the same can easily be said about the sequel. Taking place directly following the events of the first Shooter game, your subterranean ship and all the miners that you have rescued are swallowed up by a gigantic beast. You must now navigate through the monster to try to find an exit. You do this by what you did in the first game, which is a mix of shooting and using your grappling cable. But while the first game had a geological feel, this time, since you are inside a creature, it has a more organic feel. This change mixes up the gameplay considerably. The original was all about interacting with 3 different elements. This one mixes in acid and darkness. When you get acid on your suit, you only have a limited amount of time to find water to cool off. It can also appear in a gaseous form, requiring you to swing through the levels with your grappling cable. And the darkness levels require you to carry a light through the stages. Both these aspects feel very natural and fit in well with the other established elements. And everything about the game is brought to life with the same style and graphics as the first one. The areas look amazing, with bright and vivid colors that fill the screen, and some of the most impressive fluid dynamics I've seen since, well, the first PIXELJUNK shooter. The entire campaign can be played with a friend in co-op, either online or local, which makes the game just that much more fun. But there is also an added competitive multiplayer, which is incredibly fun and surprisingly deep. The game does not have the same feel that you expect from a sequel, but it feels more like a continuation. In fact, the first chapter is called Chapter 4, right where the first game left off. Because of this, some people could be turned off by the fact that they might see this as simply more of the same. But with all the new elements, fitting in perfectly with the comfortable mechanics, it makes for a game that feels fresh while also feeling familiar. There's plenty of enough here to justify the purchase, especially if you are a fan of the original.